Hello dear students, today we are going to have a second part of heredity. In previous video you have already seen variations, heredity, meaning of genetics, and what are the advantages of variations and how are they produced. Now we will continue with the work of Mendel, and who is known as father of genetics today, and Gregor John Mendel. Right, he performed experiments on pea plant and he published his laws of inheritance in 1865. But his work remained unrecognized till 1900. Right, in 1900, during this time period, communication was not easy. Advanced microscopy was not there, and there was no physical proof for the presence of genes, which he called factors at that time. He also used some mathematical calculations in his laws. That is why it was not acceptable to the biologists of that time. But later on, when different biologists started working on his laws of inheritance, they found experimentally each and every law was very correct, and then he was awarded this name, father of genetics. Right? Now he selected one plant, a small sized plant for his experiment, and his total work was based on the observations of the field experiment, and that plant was garden pea. It was garden pea, and scientific name of this plant is Pisum sativum. Pisum sativum. Right, now there is another question. Why did he select pea plant for his experiments? What was the reason behind? There are so many plants, there are so many other living organisms. Why he selected pea plant only? So there are reasons for selecting pea plant. We will go through one by one. First point is, pea plant is small in size. It is small in size, that means it is easy to handle. It can be easily handled and grown in the crop field or even in the small garden at home. Second, it is annual plant. Annual plant means its lifespan is of 1 year. That means it has a short lifespan, and one person or one biologist can study so many generations. Suppose 10 generations are grown in 10 years. So on the basis of those observations in the field, experiments, and the work can be proceeded. Number 3, this plant shows variety of characters. Variety of characters means simple characters which we can see from outside, which are visible from outside. They are variety of characters in the pea plant. For example, height of the plant, it is tall or dwarf. Color of the flower, it is violet or white. Shape of the seed, it is round or wrinkled. Color of the seed, it is yellow or green. So all these features are external features which are simply called phenotype and can be observed from outside. Number 4, this plant has bisexual flower. Bisexual flower, and that flower shows self-pollination naturally. Self-pollination naturally. That means anthers of the flower, pollen grains from the anther will fall on the stigma of the same flower. That is a natural process, but cross-pollination can also be practiced. Cross-pollination is artificially practiced. So what was the Mendel's procedure? He was using cross-pollination method in artificial way on the pea plant for getting desirable results. So these are the 4 main features of Pisum sativum or the garden pea plant, which are used on the basis of which Mendel used or selected this plant for his experiments. Now next we will see we will go to this point, variety of characters. What are the variety of characters that were used by, selected by Mendel in pea plant? These variety, there are two terms used in this case. One is called character, the other term is called trait. How are these character and traits different from each other? When there are two or more than two alternative forms of a character, they are called traits. For example, here we'll make a table. In first column we'll write characters, and in second column we'll write traits. What are the traits? Suppose height of plant or height of stem. We talk about the height of stem. It is tall or it is dwarf. Dwarf is also called short. Right? That means height is a character, tall and dwarf are the traits. That means two forms, contrasting forms of a character are called traits. Second case में color of flower. He took color of flower, that is violet or that is white. Third case में position of flower. Position of flower, that is axial or that is terminal. What is the meaning of axial and terminal? Suppose this is floral axis and it is bearing a terminal bud. This bud blooms into a flower at the apical region, at the terminal region, then it is called terminal flower. And if flower develops in the axil of a leaf from this part, this is called axial flower. So this point of connection of stem and leaf is called axil of the leaf, and flower is developing from the axil of the leaf, that is called axial flower. And this one which is developing at the top, that is called terminal flower. So two conditions or two traits of position of flower are axial flower and terminal flower. Next trait, next character, that is number 4, he used was seed, shape. Then fifth one, seed, color. Seed is round in shape, that is absolutely round, or seed is wrinkled in shape, that is having wavy margins, that is called round or wrinkled, contrasting traits. Seed color, seed is yellow in color or seed is green in color. These are the two traits of one character, seed color. Then we have pod color. What is pod? Pea pod that you get from market, green, which consists of seeds inside. Simply that is the fruit of the plant. Hai na? So that is, its color is green or its color is yellow. These are the two traits for pod color. Now we will come to the last feature, that is pod shape. Shape of the pod, it is full or it is constricted. It is full or it is constricted. This type of pod which has a straight lining without any waves is called full. It is also called inflated. And this constricted one will be when it has wavy outlining. When pod will have wavy outlining, then it is called constricted. So these are the 7 characters: height, color of flower, position of flower, seed shape, seed color, pod shape. And these are the contrasting features, contrasting characters which are called. Now these traits have been divided into 2 categories. One is called dominant, the other one is called recessive, that you are going to understand with the help of second law of Mendel, that is called law of dominance. So these all were already worked out by Mendel. Mendel ने अपने experiment से इन सारे traits को already clear किया कि which one is dominant and which one is recessive. So all these which I have written in the first column, they all are dominant traits, right? And all these I have written here, these all are recessive traits. Fine. And they all have been represented by particular letters. Capital T, small t. We can use capital V, or somewhere we are using capital W also in this case. So we can write down capital W, small w for white, capital A for axial, small double a for terminal. We have to use the capital and small letters for the same. Round is going to be capital R, wrinkle will be small r, yellow capital Y, green will be small y. You will not write G for green. It is going to be a small letter of the dominant trait. These letters are called factors that we know as genes today. Green means capital G, yellow means small g, small g. This is small g. Inflated or full, for this we will take capital F, and here it is going to be small f. See children, these letters that I have written in a circle, these are called factors. Factors are genes today. At the time of Mendel, gene term was not introduced. It was introduced after 1900 and 1902. Right? So these were the terms are factors, and these factors are denoted or represented by specific alphabets. Now these alphabets are universal. Universal means they are known by the same alphabets throughout the world. That is the meaning of universal. If you go in any other country, if you will see the book of Indian writer or you see the book of a foreign writer, everywhere you will find these. That is why when you will write crosses, you will not change these according to you. Right? They will be written as, for example, you will write only capital A, capital A. For terminal, you cannot make small t, because small t is already for dwarf plants or for the short plants, right? So these are the 7 characters and 7 pairs of contrasting traits which are called phenotypic characters. Phenotypic means external features, studied by Mendel on pea plant during his experiments. This is all about today's work in this video. You all learn these features, and in next video we will start with the laws of Mendel. Thank you.